Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Lady Mina with this week's event video, and we are just a little bit late. I did have to work late last night, so I didn't get a chance to record it yesterday, but it's alright. This week we have 2 VIP suits, which is becoming more and more common, and one event suit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first of the VIP suits. Her name is Butterfly Fairy and she is $50 US. However, if you want only her wings, and we scroll through here, if you want her wig, that's $12.80, which if we come over here is gonna be just about 20 bucks. And if you want her wings, that is $19.80, which is $31 now, so it's $30.99. I think this went up a little bit at some point. I'll have to dig through my past videos. I don't know if that was always $30.99 or if it used to be $29.99, and my memory is just failing me. If it has gone up, boo. So she is $30, or she is $50 to complete her entire suit. It is $30 if you want just her wings. I feel like if you're already spending $30, you might as well drop the extra $20 and get the whole suit, because when she comes back, she's probably going to come back in that gacha with 2 other suits, and there's no guarantee you're going to get what you want out of that. So halfway completing these suits, I mentioned this before in another video, but halfway completing these suits doesn't make a whole lot of sense because of the way they come back. If they came back and you could individually purchase pieces of them, then I would say go for it and buy half of every suit if you can afford it, because then you can just come back and get the other half later. But since they come back in that ridiculous gacha, I don't know if it's worth buying half the suit, which is more than likely why they do it this way, so that you can spend more money now instead of more money later, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So she is very, very cute. I think she's got... I can't ID what flower this is supposed to be around her. At first, I thought it was Lily of the Valley because of those leaves and then the stem coming out, but I'm beginning to think that's not right because it doesn't really look like Lily of the Valley. This may be based on some Chinese flower that I don't know, or it may be the artist's imagination. Either way, she's very beautiful. Let's go ahead and take a look at her pieces and her story, and before we start in on her story, I have decided that what I'm going to do is very lightly edit some of these so that they make sense. If it's a lost cause, I'm not going to bother. This one needed just some light edits for it to actually make sense, so what you see on the screen isn't necessarily going to match what you see in her story description. I just edited some grammar and some capitalizations so that this could flow a little better and make a little bit more sense. Let's go ahead and get started. Her tags. So she is chilly at 16k. She is smart at 8k. She is flowery at 4700. She is sweet, quiet, and innocent at 2000. Now, you may notice chilly is a new tag. So this weekend I will have an updated tag outfit Excel sheet, and I'm going to mention a lot of Excel sheets today, and they're all going to be in the description under the video. They have been adding new tags with every update. Now that doesn't necessarily mean they've been adding new suits to go with the tags, but they have been adding a new tag with every update. The girls and I who do the tag sheets have noticed that. That has not escaped our notice. And chili is yet another new tag. I think they've added 5 or 6 new tags since the last time we updated the list a month ago. So that is something to keep in mind. They're continuing to add new tags, probably so that no one suit can fully overpower everybody in the clothing battles, because as time goes on, that's going to need fresh meat to stay interesting. So they're adding new tags instead of just continuously adding new suits to those tag categories. Some of the tag categories are actually getting a little bit full, like the ghost tag, for example, with VIP suits. So I like this method that they've gone for, where they just continuously add new tags and then add new suits to fill those tags. That way they always have new suits to add. Plus, they have 10 challenges in that in Costume Duo, so they have 10 rooms to fill. So if they have a bigger pool of tags to pull from, the game becomes a little more interesting, and everybody has a it levels the playing field just a little bit. So I like that. I'm a little unfortunately, this suit is the only suit in its tag, and the tag is a VIP one. So that's a little bit unfortunate when they debut a new tag and it's a VIP suit, but that's something that we'll just have to live with. Eventually, they'll release free suits in the chili tag, I'm sure, if they don't end up releasing. So if this isn't part of a pool at some point, I would love a winter themed pool with the chili tag. Oh, that would be so cool. I'm not saying I saw that or anything like that. I'm just saying, speculating. I would love that. But um, that's that on that. There are new pools, there are new things coming out, and there are new tags coming out constantly. Let's go ahead and cover her story. Petals pink upon a breeze are thrown about the golden eve. In jasmine bloom and privet of white wings. The trees, so tall and smooth, lend the sun their shadow. A cloud of cherry blossoms, the temple bell. The recent buds relax and spread, their greenness a kind of grief. O'er woods where May her gorgeous drapery flings. A joy, a splendor, a perfume that sleeps in air. Once, in a golden hour, I cast to earth a seed. Oh, she has these butterflies as a separate piece. So she has these little guys as a separate piece, those little floaty butterflies. Um, she's actually super cute, and we don't have so many pink wigs, and the fact that her wig is like a little bit on the short side. She has these long trailing pigtails behind her, but it like you can't really see them behind her suit. You might be able to see them behind other dresses, but the fact that she is a little bit on the shorter side is really cute. I love that. She has adorable little bangs. Um, this is a good suit. I like it. I would say she is one of the suits that is worth $50. Not a lot of suits are, but in my opinion, she is. Not only because she comes with those wings, but also because her pieces are a little more usable than some of the other ones, like her background pieces especially. Let's cover our other VIP suit, which is a $20 rainbow garment suit. Now she has the gilding tag. So gilding is overpowered by quite a number of other suits. Lotus Scent being one of them, mostly VIP suits. Although I think there is a store suit that also ranks in a gilding category. I will have it up on the screen once I find it. So she is gilding 10K romantic, 5K animals, 3K womanly, gorgeous and sweet at about 2,000 or 1,500. Now she has flamingos, both migrating and just chilling. They're like crystal flamingos, which is honestly the coolest. The fact that she's $20 isn't bad either. I love her color scheme. This like peach dress would go really well with the peach dress in not Ancient Legends. What's the pool? Antique pool, I think. That peach suit would mesh really well with this peach suit. Um, I can't get over the flamingos. They're such a good and interesting like touch. Oh, the migrating flamingos are a separate piece. That's really good. Let's go ahead and cover her story as well. All the buildings are colored red, echoing the bright sunny day. The spring wind rises and takes the cold front away. In thin clothes, she is setting her foot on a new day. Pouring a glass of liquor, she toasts the birds coming here to stay. Such lively, beautiful scenery is not easy to see, even if you pay. Blossoms cherish every moment in their life before spring sneaks away. Never complain about the past and waste your future every day. Don't hesitate to do anything, or you may regret it someday. Let me know if you spotted the edit that I did in this one, and it just helps this one flow really well. It was so close to being a perfect poem, so I just fixed it a little bit, just the quality control that I offer here at Lady Mina Studios, um, right here. But her hair color is actually almost similar to my real life hair color, so that's an interesting thing. I don't know that we have any other wigs with this kind of like mousy brown color, so that's actually an interesting bit. I don't like the way her fan waves like that. It looks 2D. That is not a 3D object. Like, you can kind of think that her skirt and the way these little red tassels flow is a little bit 3D, but that fan is waving like a mirage. That is an interesting edit choice. Okay, so she is $20, and I will mention this. If you buy Clear Sky, you will get up to the hair on this suit. So you can get 2 suits. Every purchase that you make will go towards Butterfly Fairy, including the 7-day top-up, which the 7-day gift bag, which is the third thing we're going to cover in just a moment, which I have already bought. It will not get you this because this comes in at 300 gold. Which is like $7 or something like that. But if you spend the $5, you will get this. So claim free and then totally top up 60 gold. So if you buy 7-day gift, you will get that, but you won't get any pieces. If you spend $20, you should get the dress, or not the dress, you should get the hair, right? 1280. Yeah, because $20 would get you 1280 gold. So if you buy Clear Sky, you'll get up to her wig. So that's something to keep in mind if you are buying that suit. Plus, with the rainbow garment suits, you do also get all of these goodies down here. So these are really good for getting materials, and all of these cones you can spend in the shop. It has come to my attention that some people have been forgetting to spend their cones with each rainbow garment. Every rainbow garment gives you cones. It's not many for free. Like, if you don't buy the suit, you don't get a whole lot, but it's good to get some PK paper from there. Just like, that's just about it, and some coins. It's really very minuscule amount. Even if you have forgotten to spend them, don't sweat it. I spend them and I only get like 10 PK paper out of there. It's not a lot if you didn't buy the suit. If you did buy the suit, then you do get a lot, but that's that on that. You may notice that you're still getting Spirit Fruit Tree pulls from Daily Task, and these brushes. I don't know what the brushes are about, but you're still getting Spirit Tree pokes. I don't know why we're still getting them. I can only assume that they're going to bring the Spirit Tree event back because they keep giving us Spirit Tree items. And if they do that, that's going to make the next round of this event a lot easier, because in order to unlock these later events, you would have had to spend a ridiculous amount of money. So if they're giving us free pokes that never expire, that we're just keeping, then that's excellent. You can see I had a total of 53 free pulls at the end of the event. We will keep that in mind if it ever comes back. That 53 was how many we got from one round, but if we continue to get free ones, that's awesome. If this became a permanent event, I think that would be really helpful. If we had like a spirit tree growing in our house, for example, because the cost of spirit fruits is just insane. It's astronomical how many spirit fruits we need to advance in racing. So if they had another way of getting those, that would be super helpful, and it seems like they're gearing up to give us exactly that. Here is the 7-day gift. As we go over every time we have a 7-day gift, which is about once a month, you receive 1 chat box and 1 avatar item that are worth about 1100 gold. 4 recruit tickets, which are worth 720 gold, 2 lotuses, which are worth 900 gold, plus actual straight up gold, 300 gold, leading this to be a $3,620 value for only $5. To put into perspective, if you spend $5 in game, you only get 300 gold. So this is one of the best deals in the game. As you can see, I have purchased this one. Mostly because I think my hubby there looks good in green, and I don't have very many of these green chat bubbles, and I wanted something green. Like I say every time these come around, I only buy them if I like the chat frames. If I don't like the chat frames, I just skip it. That's my approach to this game. If I like it, I get it. If I don't like it, I don't bother. Let's go ahead. We are still doing Curly Smoke. That is the Emperor's Pool. You can see I have 1 out of 8. On one of my free daily pulls, I managed to get this. So the drop rate of this is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And at some point, I think I will spend the extra... I think I will spend real life money to get to the six extra pulls, or 4 extra pulls that I'm going to need to complete this event. Whatever it was, I forget how many free pulls we get and how many I'm going to need to buy with real money, but I will be doing that in order to complete this event. And if you do that, if you purchase pulls in Curling Smoke, you will, once again, contribute to Butterfly Fairy. So, potentially I'll get some pieces from Butterfly Fairy, if not complete that entire suit. It would be my very first VIP suit, if I did buy it. Even though I am V6, that is only $100 spent on this game, and I have been playing for over a year since it first came out. So, I am mostly a free-to-play player. Let's go ahead and cover the last part of this event, which is Super Fruit and Lingering Camellia. Now, Camellia is Camellia sinensis, or any of the other things in the Camellia family. That is the tea family. I had to look this up. I went down the Wikipedia rabbit hole, looking into Camellias, because they mentioned this poem speaks of the camellia's contradictoriness and how difficult a plant it is to grow, and I was like, is it? What is a camellia? It's a tea plant, so I would imagine that they are pretty finicky. And fun fact, apparently only the ones that flower white can be used for tea, but they come in pink, red, yellow, and white, but only the white ones are good for drinking. None of the other ones taste good, apparently. So she is not a very tasty girl, but she is a very pretty one. She is a rare suit, and on the topic of rare suits, I will also post the shop costs, how much gold everything is in the shop. I have an Excel sheet for that, and on page 2 of that Excel sheet is a suit cost, where I have recorded the last 7 months of suits and how much each of them cost, which proves that last week's or 2 weeks ago's Christmas suit, that red girl that we had that I didn't finish because it was astronomically expensive, is in fact astronomically expensive. The average suit cost for a... Oh, that's a new suit. That's probably next week's suit. She looks like that other suit that we have from that one pool. In Jin Pool, I think. I'm getting distracted. That's next week's suit. But this one, Star Song, I couldn't finish her. She's a rare. She only had 6 pieces, and her cost was 5,400 gold, almost 6,000 gold. The average cost of a rare suit is 3,478, and that's including the cost of that expensive suit. If we take that suit out, that is this last one. If I take that suit out, the cost of a rare suit was 2,707. The average cost of a rare suit was 2,707 before Star Song appeared at 5,400. So that bumped the cost of rare suits up by 1,000. I have no idea why she was so expensive, and I really hope that rare suits don't keep climbing up in cost because they're not worth it. Her dress is pretty and everything, but she absolutely was not worth almost 6,000 gold. I have no idea what's going on. And devs, if you are available, I have something I want to say. She's more expensive than the average cost of a unique suit, because a unique suit is 4,300. So why was she 5,400 with no background or makeup? That is... I have questions. I don't understand why she was so expensive. This suit, thankfully, is not that expensive. She is more in line with how much a rare suit usually costs. She's going to come out to 3,150 gold. Rare suits, generally speaking, cost somewhere between 2k and 4k, depending on how extra they are, really, is what it comes down to. So Lingering Camellia will only be 3,150 gold, which is pretty good for a rare. It's middle of the road. Her tags are Cheongsam at 5,000, Elegant at 2,000, Flowery at 1,600, and then Decent, Sexy, and Quiet at 800. Cheongsam Pool overpowers her. The unique from there will overpower her, but she's really cute, and I like having the more modern suits, the more modern cuts of suits, so that's really good. Her hair is also basic, like a nice modern hairstyle, so that's going to be useful. Her tiny little fan and that gramophone make her an instant favorite for me. There's something really funny about that cute tiny little fan that she has in her hand, and I really like her hairpiece. So she's a good suit, she's a good cost. Her little tagline is, "She never fears loneliness, as she is as red as the burning camellia flowers." Let's go ahead and cover her story, which is another well-written one. She's like camellia flowers that don't fear cold and fear it. They often bloom in late winter and early spring. When the cold wind rises, they cling to each other. They also like the bright sunlight and don't like it. When they are in the sun for the whole day, they will be dehydrated. What a complicated species they are. And that's her. So you see, it's a little contradictory. And it can be true when you're growing some types of plants. They like a little bit of light, they don't like that much light. They want this, they want that. So she's a complicated girl and a complicated plant, and I like that. That's very cute. She's got a good cost. If we head over to her exchange shop, we can see all of the items that we have this week. I have taken to purchasing the masterpieces every week because you really, really need them to level up your paintings. At this point, I'm 8.2 million power. I've moved on to spending my gold on other things, so I spend a little more on painting and a little more on wish lotuses because my current goal is to complete all of the pools available. So because I don't have so many things I need for my servants and for my array, because I'm at the point where I just need fate stones and I can't move on without them. So that frees me up to do other things. I'm sort of in the late stage of the game, so that's for those of you who are like me and you're feeling a little bored and you're looking for something that's different to grind. I recommend grinding the paintings. So every week you can purchase masterpiece pigments C and B, as well as scrolls. The scrolls are not worth buying because they're actually usually more expensive in the event shops than they are to just buy from the pulls within the shop itself. This week I think they are like 100 gold cheaper than usual, but it's not much. Don't buy the masterpieces, don't buy the scrolls. That's a scam. But the masterpieces and the pigments, absolutely, those are going to be very useful if you are leveling up your paintings, and that will also help you get a lot stronger because leveling paintings makes you stronger. You can also purchase 5-star elites and 5-star debris. Those are a decent deal. 5-star elites are really expensive, but if you are collecting elites, that might be something to buy. Elixirs also very useful, especially at my point in the game. EXP, coins, and PK paper. I always spend at least 1,000, if not 2,000 gold a week on PK paper in the event shops because it's always cheaper in the event shop than it is to buy. It's going to be about 14 gold to buy a PK paper here, whereas if you buy it from the shop itself, it's 20 gold. So always cheaper to buy this, and I go through a lot of PK paper completing all of the PK arenas, and I spend a ridiculous amount of PK paper on Costume Show Duo. So let's go ahead and cover the minigame. It's very fun and very easy. There is no talent ranking this week, which is a shame because if there was going to be a talent ranking for any week, it should have been this one. Instead, we have individual and guild. The award for guild is going to be scrolls. The awards for individual are, as always, gold tickets, a temporary new banner, and crane jades. The jades are actually a really good thing to go for. If you are spending a lot of gold, then the cranes are probably going to be very helpful for you. My jades are still a little bit behind. Let's go ahead and cover how to play the minigame. It's a simple match minigame with fruits. Some of the fruits are recognizable to me and some of them are not. I admit I'm not 100% sure what all of these are. I can recognize kiwis, oranges. I don't know what the red one is. I feel like the green one is a peeled grape, but I also feel like that's wrong. And you just tap to shoot. That's a tomato for sure. You just tap to shoot the fruit. Shoot the fruit, shoot the fruit. You tap to shoot the fruit where you need it to go, and then you hope that you don't end up with blueberries where they don't belong, like I have right here. This side on, I can't tap it or it'll shoot a fruit over there. Okay, this side and this side, when they join up, they cannot combine. So don't count on that if you end up messing up. Your fruits will not join up that way. And it helps to only work on one side at a time, because if you find yourself working on both sides at once, you're going to have a bit of a struggle. And there are 10 levels of fruits, and watermelon is the last level if you can get up to watermelon. There we go, dragon fruit. So once you get up to watermelon, that's it. There's no more combinations after that, as far as I can tell. There might be, but I haven't seen them. Nobody's posted about it on the Discord, so if there are other fruits, let me know. But your basic goal is to come up here and get to S. And if you get up to S, then you get 500 of the points for the game. Yes, set up as many of those as you can. The orange, this thing I think is a pineapple. I don't know. If I'm wrong about my fruits, let me know. You can tell I don't eat a lot of fruit. I'm a chocolate kind of girl. And a coconut. Okay. 2 coconuts becomes a watermelon. And I managed to do that for the first time earlier today. And you do want to play the minigame more often, because the task list is actually just collecting these fruits at level 10. So the more level 10 fruits you make, the more free task pools you get. So if you want this suit to be cheap, you do have to play daily. Otherwise, you're going to be struggling a bit, which can be a little bit unfortunate. But it's fun if you do the daily plays. You should get everything over the course of the event. There are, I think you have to complete 10 watermelons over the course of 7 days, so you might have to play a couple of extra rounds if you get the time. But it's worth doing for those free items. Nope, that shouldn't have gone over there. I've played myself. Okay. Dragon fruit. Maybe that's supposed to be a persimmon, now that I'm looking at it again. That red one that I said was tomato, next to this orange I just created, maybe that's a persimmon. Because that would actually make some sense. So I don't know, I know tomatoes are technically a fruit, but I feel like they don't belong in this group. And we're done. Okay, after that you can just sweep if you want to. Let's take a look at that task list to make sure. You do get 7 free tasks for signing in every day, and then, yeah, combine level 10 elements 10 times, and then you get your 10 free pulls from in there. So you do have to make 10 watermelons in order to complete that. And that is everything that we have this week. Expect to see a video on merges and what to expect when your servers merge, because our server merged a while back, so I have a video planned on that, as well as a video on the new bestie feature, which I have unlocked. I have a bestie. You do want to get a bestie. Ooh, 200 bestie coins and a butterfly rose. You do want to get a bestie because of all of the different things that you can get. Once I get unlock borrow clothes from each other and resort to bestie and maid story once a week, I will have that video up because those are two very important things that I want to show the mechanics of. So once Eve and I get to that level, I will have that video up, so expect that in about 2 or 3 weeks. You can see how many points we're going to need for that, so expect a full tutorial on the besties in a bit, and also what your server can expect when you merge. I will catch you all on the next one. Please remember to like and subscribe. Bye bye.